Kenny is
Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Back and forth with the bullshit. I know I said it before, I don't mean.
Ladies and
what an
gentlemen,
intro.
it is episode 17, and today we welcome Capo Kenny.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yes,
The
sir.
never seen 17.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, never seen 17, and this is like the WrestleMania joint, too. So, yeah, boy, that's the boy right there.
Brian, thank you for joining. Nathan, Nathaniel, Nate,
Yes,
whatever you want to call him. Thank you as always, fellas. How we doing? How we feeling?
chilling,
It's a
man.
short week at work. We're feeling good, man. 4th of July tomorrow. You know what we're doing.
Oh yeah, getting lit, getting turned. Absolutely.
Might
You know
lose
who
a
hasn't
couple
been getting
fingers.
turned? Charlotte FC.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Nah.
Not
I've been
even
saying it
again.
for weeks. The road woes continue. So thank God they're over.
Yeah. To be honest.
Not a big fan on how definitely the 3 games that happened this last month. Not a big fan on how any of those went. I mean, they're all ugly in their respective ways.
I'm not a big fan of 11 games away, but we can't sit here and bitch when what's that Canadian team that we went and beat the first time?
Montreal.
Vancouver?
So,
Montreal?
Yeah, they were like 7. That was their first game of this home. They were like 7 away. I mean,
Yeah, other people are getting that treatment, too.
How are we?
That one
well,
for
here's the thing about that too. You know, like apparently, I mean, if we go to the way European soccer is, how are we going to play in Canada with all that fucking snow they get?
What? Who was
Well,
it?
They do
Was it
last week.
Montreal or Vancouver at the beginning of the season? They were playing like half of their games away. Well, like most of their games away, just because on how cold it was over there.
Yeah, I think
All
that's
the
what
fucking
Brian said
Canadian
earlier.
teams.
Yeah, that's crazy.
let's talk about Chicago, man.
All right, let's dive into it. Chicago Fire versus Charlotte FC, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, we did not get the dub, but we did fight. We did fight back. But
Yeah.
I got one question for everybody here and everyone in the chat. What went wrong? We've seen a couple mistakes that we can pinpoint people, but I want to know in your mind or what you saw, what went wrong for Charlotte FC that day?
First thing that went wrong is when you're finding yourself 3-0 at half, that's a big hole to dig yourself out of. That's the first thing that went wrong. I mean, looking at the starting 11, we did not look bad. It's just the story of the whole season. Last year, at this point of the season, we only it's all this 11 away games to match the goals that we had last season. We only got scored on 24 times, and we got scored on 25 times this past 11 games. So we're just leaking goals, man. People are driving through us. Our defense is shit. People getting hurt left and right. Londa fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be Melanda too. I think it's really a team thing, and I believe
Ribba hasn't practiced since Chicago because he had a hip fracture injury.
Yeah, that boy.
If you think of those 2 goals, those balls were coming over the top. Maybe he was already hurt.
I mean, it's possible.
If you're hip fracture, you can't even lift your leg up, let alone kick.
It's tough, but they'll definitely end up giving. Like he was probably maybe he nicked it probably sometime earlier in the week. They gave him something throughout the game, and then probably aggravated even worse during the game. That's even more possible of a thing to happen. But to me, man, I think it's a confidence thing. I think it's a confidence and it's an attitude thing too. I think because on how certain players on the field react, it is contagious. And definitely when you win, it's contagious in a good way. Everybody's loving it. We hype, we popping big shit. Everybody's talking shit. It's good, baby. We in the field, we winning. But then you have the flip side of the coin, which we are currently at, to where we're not winning. Now the attitude is not just from one player. Now it's trickling down to different players all the way around. So man, I think
Yeah,
somebody's
Dean
attitude
touched on that today on the presser. He said
Oh, did he?
the only thing it came down to after doing the math and stuff, and like, oh, he said something that was kind of crazy earlier. Hold on, I wrote it down. Yeah, it's based by XG and opportunities that we created. We
Mm-hmm.
only should have lost those three games,
Oh yeah,
but
sound about
we're
right.
making goals and we're not finishing changes. And he did say that the behavior did change a little bit from when we were first placed to where we are now. He said, and not, he said he told that this his staff and he told the players that the behavior did change from when we were first to where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I feel like us hitting second in the East was a curse for us. Yeah, we were top of the league for like what, maybe a night, but we sat in second for a little while because we had all them home games. But like as people call it, that was fool's gold. That was not a reality. That actually bit us in the ass because look at us now. We had to pay the price. Every up has a down. You feel me? And this has been a rough down. And I was on Top Mid 90s podcast, and I told him that at a certain point, we have to start blaming Dean Smith. But right now, we can tell that this has been an overall disappointment from the players.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It hasn't been Dean Smith's technicality and like technical changes or anything like that. It's been poor performances and lack of focus from key players on our team who did very well last season. That is not performing to the level that they were performing last season.
Yeah, and I'll tell like you say that, and I just don't like. It's just hard to understand like the mentality of the squad, especially when the only guy that gave us hope, Patrick, he's not touching another like Charlie jersey. Like he's gone.
Yeah, that boy gone. He gone.
Like so, there's really nothing promising this weekend. Even we have no Saha. He picked up a yellow, and which is ironic because the most foul player in the league fucking got a yellow for kicking the ball away after he got fouled.
I mean, he's got to control that temper sometimes.
Yeah, he's
he's got a huge attitude problem.
he's 33.
Like,
you got to control that.
Like you
Point blank.
What was the game before Chicago?
Whitecaps.
Kansas.
No,
Kansas.
Sporting Kansas City.
I didn't really like what Dean said in that presser. He said I had to take Saha off because he was going to get a red. That's your DP and like one of your most experienced players, and you can't be having that.
The thing about Zaha, bro, is if you tell him, bro, watch your fucking attitude, he's gonna go bitch about it on Snapchat. That's what I don't like about that motherfucker.
And if you pay attention, bro, we hit the top of the league, and then he did that rant of like internal problems going on within Charlotte FC. You know what I mean? Like people demanding more of him. What happened after that?
Nothing. Drop. And I kind of stood up for him because I said, okay, he left this rant that he hasn't peaked yet. This is when I was talking like we'll see it now. He hasn't really done anything, and I mean he's not even gonna be there Saturday.
I defended him at first too. Like you're coming into this league, it's something you got to get used to. This league isn't what it used to be, a slow ass fucking league of retirement players. That's true. Now it's like I'm like, dude, that the whole fucking retirement league shit has nothing to do with your fucking attitude that you have. Like, fix that shit. You're a grown ass fucking man. Patrick doesn't even fucking act like that, and he's barely. This is what his second season.
Yeah, like in the major leagues. Yeah, well, for MLS,
making Crown Legacy money.
Yeah,
our best player making Crown Legacy money.
Right, and so like that's my thing. Fuck Bender when he was with us, when he wasn't even getting fucking playing time. You did not see him bitch about shit as much as that motherfucker does.
And that's why people love Bender so much because Bender was super positive even when he got benched, when it was we didn't know what was happening. He stayed super positive the entire time, but
And
that's just his
anytime he had
disposition,
the
though.
chance to get on the field, he would do something
Yeah,
relatively good.
yeah.
It's
Right?
Try to
just
make a statement.
Zaha's all of his yellow cards have been doing dumb shit. And that's what pisses me off about that motherfucker. You know what? If he watches this shit, he can fucking post whatever he wants to say in Snapchat. I don't give a shit. Like, cry about it, motherfucker.
I feel you. I would say this about Zaha. Like I was defending him at first, like all y'all. Definitely when he was commanding two. I mean, he's still technically commanding two, but the way we basically run it, it's like I don't know. It's starting to become a point, and when he does score, or when he does have a scoring opportunity, or like assist as well, it comes in a loss. Like Abada is the same thing. It comes in a loss. Like, yeah, you scored finally, we happy, but like when you score, can it be a meaningful score that contributes to a win?
It's got to
So
come with a result.
yeah,
Absolutely. I feel
yeah.
you because every time he scores, he walks around, he's like, "Oh, look at me, my cock's this big." You feel me? I just fucking scored. Like, let's just be honest. That's what he's walking
Yeah.
around doing. You know what I mean? Oh, he
Mm-hmm.
finally fucking scored. But no, in reality, bro, that we need results.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this last game against Chicago, it doesn't matter that we got 2 goals back on them. We still fucking lost.
What?
and we got 2 goals, but at halftime we had to take our DP Abada out to put Diani in.
Abada looks so. Man, boy, I can go on a rant about it. He legitimately straight pissed me off against Chicago. I mean, there's several opportunities and mistakes he made to give up the ball and have him go into a goal scoring opportunity. I mean, it's aggravating at this point, right, fellas? I mean, for both of our DPs, a young player, we sold, or if not already selling Patrick. So it's one of those things like, man, now we went from, like you said, from the top. Now we're not even the middle. It's like we're not even the bottom. It feels like purgatory because, like other people said, we have the quality still to be good.
It's frustrating because the performances are there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just individual mistakes, and our strike
Mental.
Vargas not scoring those 3 goals is what's kicking us in the ass. Dude, if we would have all the expected goals that we should have scored, we only would have lost 3 games, and we would have got 10 points, and we would be sitting fifth in the East. And we're talking about tap in goals, 1-on-1 situations where you could square the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
And that's why I personally can't blame Dean
and then
for what's
I
going
can't.
on. I can't blame him because at the end of the day, Dean can only give you the blueprint of what you're supposed to do. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta actually put in the fucking work and go finish these goals. It's not Dean's fault. We got Abada, Vargas, fucking missing wide open shots. Like what that got to do with Dean? Dean didn't pick those players. Dean just has those players because that's
but those are
who was
that's
in
your
the
young
team.
DP and your DP.
And it wouldn't surprise me if Dean, when it comes to our contract, he's gonna be like, bye. It wouldn't surprise me if Dean does that.
I don't personally. I
I
don't
would
think
do it.
he favors or it was his choice to bring Abada. It was just a good deal. All that stuff that was happening in Scotland where they were protesting because these were from Israel. We really got a good deal, but I mean he's underperforming,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
which is not surprised because if you guys ever talk to Lee from Fan TV, he said it on this show multiple times, and even when you talk to him like outside of like the podcast or whatever, he says the guy that does their graphics for the Fan TV, he's a Celtics fan from Scotland,
Mm-hmm.
and he told him exactly what's going to be. Either Abada's going to show up or he's going to disappear. And
That's exactly what my
Lee
man
said
Barry
that
said at work,
before
and
he
he's a
even touched
Celtic
the
fan.
field.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
like what my man Barry
And
said, and he's a
like
huge Celtic fan.
he has a game here and there where he looks great, and gets our hopes up a little bit. Gives us a little semi
And he's
card on
just
him.
a bad business because when we paid for him, he's a record signing. We're going to lose money when we sell him because he hasn't done
Oh
enough
yeah,
to.
I mean he's gonna get a good contract. Of course, he's a fucking Jew. They're good with money, bro.
Well,
Hopefully, his manager Jewish.
Hold on, can I say this about Dean? And I think
Yeah, man. Before.
it would just be in the same realm as everybody as far as I don't. It's not Dean's fault. I've seen this a couple people posting on the Facebook page. I try not to look at it too often because it
Yeah,
puts
it
hate in
pisses
my
me
heart.
off.
Yeah, it pisses me off with some of the takes that people are allowed to say. To say he has lost the locker room, I think is kind of a crazy take
Yeah.
because I've seen what losing the locker room looks like. We've seen what it looks like here before with Latangio. It's not that. I don't want to be the guy to be on these podcasts or whatnot and say it's one guy. But man, a bad attitude, one bad grape can sour the whole bunch, dog. Like it can change everybody's attitude because if you're not going to correct him on his attitude, you better not dare fix him out to say something about me. And I've been here since the beginning of the club, or I've been here for 2 years, or I've been here longer than him. You know what I mean? So then that just trickles down an effect of yeah. So I think I mean I have an opinion.
You think Saha gets? I think he has a shitty attitude in the locker room. You think he gets a pass by
For
compared to everybody
sure.
else?
For sure.
I
I think he does. I think
Dean
he
don't
does.
seem like that type of guy that we're gonna let him
no,
shit spud.
I don't
I
think
think
he
he treats everybody
does.
equal.
Bill
I
Belichick
think
didn't either, and Aaron Hernandez called him daddy. I'm
Did he?
just saying, bro. If you're good, people let shit pass. Go ahead, Nate.
nah, I don't. That's the thing. You can't compare Aaron Hernandez to Zaha.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean,
I mean,
first off,
not personally. I'm just saying, like talent
no,
wise.
not personally. I mean, if you look as far as athletes go, I mean, Aaron Hernandez in his field was one of the greats, and Zaha, he's just another player. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
respectfully,
Grace is
you
kind
know,
of crazy, but I hear you.
so I mean, like, yeah, Aaron Hernandez did kill somebody and shit. I'm not saying he's a great guy, but it to me, nah, Zaha, you don't get a fucking pass.
Well, of
You're not a
course, to us, we don't want him to get a pass because you shouldn't.
And I don't think Dean is the type of player. Dean's played with. Dean has coached many greats. He's coached Jack Grealish, and I feel like he wouldn't even give him a pass. So wouldn't surprise me if Zaha's not getting a pass, and that's why he bitches so much on Snapchat.
It all gets back to Dean. It's not like these guys are dumb, man. They're the same people
Yeah,
are reading that shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
and yeah, like
It's
Zaha's
like
not young, dude.
Dean should
when
have
he
gone
signed
nowhere. That's
off
my
at
point.
that when he put
You
up
have a
the
kid.
Snapchat run, he put talk to Charlotte. That might have been a shot at Dean.
My thing is, bro. It's another thing about me with Zaha is I'm like, dude, you have a fucking kid. Quit acting like a fucking high school cheerleader, you know? And it might just be that, like, I was taught, like, about how to fix my fucking attitude. But, uh, and it's not even that. It's not even him getting
It's literally
frustrated.
not what you're saying.
It's not even that, To me, it's okay. One thing is to get frustrated and want better out of your teammates. But another thing is when you do nothing but complain about it day in and day out, and you do nothing to
And we
improve it.
still fucking losing. That's the main
Yeah,
that's the cherry on top of everything. It's different if we're winning. I promise you it's different when we're winning, but when you
it's not. It's not
lose,
even. It's not even a thing about
it's
winning.
tough.
It's the thing about
Well,
okay,
winning
you're
when
doing it, but what are you going to do to improve? Like if you're just gonna bitch about it and just sit on your ass, you know,
True.
yeah.
I
don't
think he
shut the
has a.
fuck
I
up.
think he makes a good point on this right here because lack of effort is definitely not one of those things that we're missing from Zaha.
Yeah, that is true.
It
Yeah.
would be a
That is
different
true.
story. It would be a different story if, like, let's say all these chances that Abada, Kerwin Vargas missed that are sitting on a platter for them. You know what I mean? The one-on-ones that they miss consistently, dog. It'd be a different story if Zaha was the one on the end of those and missing them all the time. But
But
honestly,
But
I
he
feel
actually
like
had 5 assists.
exactly. I feel like he's the one creating these chances, and these guys just ain't finishing, man. So he has a
yeah,
point to be frustrated. These guys, he's setting them up, but
you
why
you've
for
got
what? Because these
you
guys are
Okay, I
just
can see
blowing
it.
it.
I can see it.
yeah
I
you
can see it
got a
from that
point to be
perspective.
frustrated, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need to fucking be bashing your teammates on social media like that. You don't need to
That's
be
true.
bashing the people
Yeah.
that are paying your fucking paychecks like that
That's
on
true.
social media. If any of you motherfuckers went on social media and talk shit about your managers, how many of y'all would still have a fucking job?
That's true.
I don't
And
even do that. I
I
just
get it.
text his phone.
I get it. Our work is our line of work is different to theirs, but like to me, okay. You know what? They're not finishing. Don't go out and get a fucking yellow card on the game because of that frustration. That's what really grinds my fucking gears.
His dad's his boss. So.
God please with that.
My
Oh,
thing is like you are a veteran of this team,
he
right? Like
is.
you've been doing this for years now. Zaha's what, 35,
Yeah.
30
Yep.
something. Yeah, I mean, you got to be an example to like these younger guys. Be like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. You can't fucking finish. All right, go fucking work on finishing. Good. Yeah, I get it. He's
My,
not the team captain. I think Ashley Westwood should step up more into that position about doing more of the complaining as the team captain. But
I would say that with the Zaha joint, like if from a guy I'm bashful, and I don't play a major sport, but like I'm bashful in real life. Y'all guys know me, you know what I mean. I pop my shit, you know what I mean. But at times you gotta learn just to shut the fuck up sometimes. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
just go with the flow and not just saying just like, don't get me wrong, I'm not telling them to shut the fuck up and fucking do your joint. I'm just saying, bro, like sometimes you just
Needs
not
to shut the fuck.
everything needs a reaction. It does not need a
not
reaction sometimes
exactly. Not
because a
everything
team
needs
is
a fucking
seeing that and they
reaction.
like, oh,
And
we
that's
starting up.
and to be honest, if a reaction is gonna happen, that's Westwood's job. That's what you got
Yeah.
Ashley Westwood for. Let him be the one that gets upset because he can go up to the referee up in his face and make his point. But he's the only one on the team allowed to do that because he has the captain's armband. And if he's got a complaint, he has to go to the ref.
Mm-hmm.
He can do that. And that's one thing I would like to see Zaha do is instead of like giving in on all the fouls and like playing into the little game, like all that stuff is mental. Every time he gets the ball, 2, 3 people on him, foul him right away. They know that's all
Mm-hmm.
a game now. But he's
Yes, it
giving
is.
into that game. That's why they keep doing that. He needs to learn that.
Exactly.
Okay, they fouled me. Take a deep breath. Let's get it going. If we would have seen that calmness from him in Nashville, I feel like we would have sealed the deal in that game. He got his goal. You know how he was going in on the crowd, you know what I mean? Like shushing
Mm-hmm.
everybody, all this stuff. But if we would have seen just a little bit of more composure, a little bit of calmness, I feel like we could have seen more out of him and then probably pulled out a result as well.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like Westwood's the team captain. He's the one that has the armband. Let him talk to the fucking ref. Right.
Yeah.
If you got something, you got to, you got to get off your chest. Talk to Westwood. He'll let the fucking ref know.
I
Send
like
it up.
Westwood. The what was the game that the one before Chicago again? Kansas City.
Yeah.
Dude, if you watch his press conference after the game, that man was shaking because he was so fucking mad. And
And
he
let's be
didn't say
honest, he was the
Vargas, but
only
he
one that
said you
was
guys
real. He was the only
him.
one that was real during his
He
press
said
conference.
the realest shit. He said you guys. He said you got guys who want to celebrate and do their backflip. Who's the only one that does a backflip?
Yep.
Dude,
And
so I mean,
And
uh,
that's one
what was
thing.
I gonna say?
Like
Like,
we've
I
seen these
can't get mad
pressers,
at.
bro. Everybody's visibly frustrated. We're in a moment of
we're in
We're in a
uncontrollable,
shambles.
recession.
yeah, disbelief, chaos, uncontrollable. Call it what you want. We need to turn this from chaos to control.
It's bad when people are saying this is giving you Latanzi vibes. Because
Not
not
good.
even when Latanzi, if we were winning games, we were winning 1-0, or we were losing either winning 1-0 or losing 1-0. And
Yeah.
right now, dude, they're fucking scoring 4, 3.
Yeah,
We're
bro.
getting blasted.
These last 11 games, we averaged getting scored 3 goals a game.
Huh?
That is not a top team. That is not the defense we're used to from last season.
That goes back to in these past 11 games, they scored more goals than they did all last season on us.
Yes, absolutely. which is ridiculous to me. It's mind blowing, bro.
Part of that might be, we are missing some key defensive players.
That too.
But we can't blame. We can't go making excuses about it, right? You can sit down and we could sit down here and talk for the next hour and be like, yeah, this is an excuse. Oh, if we had this player, we'd be winning. We can make a whole list of excuses, but fuck those excuses. What you need
fuck
to
those
do.
excuses, but our physios need to do a better job. We can't have Tucker Monty score a goal and then he's cramping at the 40th minute. We can't have Doumbia out for 6 weeks, comes back, plays 35 minutes, and another hamstring injury. We can't have Privet maybe playing with a hip flexor, and then it takes him a fucking whole game to realize, hey, this shit's kind of not working.
Well, this is the thing with the only thing I will comment about that is, I mean, we all know cramps are something that we can control. Not really, the team obviously, but that's something us as human can control. Like maybe he had a Coke some point throughout the day, knowing he shouldn't have had no sugar before he stepped on that field. A little mistake like that could have caused a cramp. But the rest of the other points that's factual. I've been saying Carolina has had the worst training system since the mid 2000s. Not even just with Charlotte FC. I'm talking about with the Panthers as well.
Talk to him, Nate.
Man, he's a little spicy.
Nate's had something to say today.
Yeah, he's a little spicy.
He said 3,000 night Kershaw.
He said, "I'm not spending no money on donuts Saturday." Fuck that.
I might not even go Saturday, honestly.
Shit.
Oh my god.
He said Milana ain't been the same since he got cornrows. Damn. What's up?
I feel that.
I don't think he did ass. I think did he take a step back a little bit? Yeah.
Should I put my do-rag on?
But it ain't much.
You ain't got no do-rag, Muckalooka.
I'll put my do-rag on.
No, that's not a do-rag. That's a goddamn
that's a skull cap.
Yeah, no.
he said no lock doors. That's what he looked like. He said, get him, Chico, get him.
He said no lock doors.
Oh Lord, I need a haircut for real though, fellas.
Yeah, boy.
Tomorrow morning.
Shorter. I know it's about game time though. That's why.
Exactly.
That 4K ain't on you.
Just know when it's game time, I got a fresh cut always.
Shout out to my barber.
No, not this weekend.
Yo, y'all see that roster? I ain't saying nothing, but damn.
Roster what?
People in charge this weekend, like
the
band.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's like a takeover. Fuck it though.
We gonna leave that beat.
Oh, look at
that.
I need to get
definitely stolen a Kia in your life.
Oh yeah.
You definitely stole a little Kia in your life. I know.
I drive a Stinger.
Brian drives one.
I stole a Hellcat.
Get Brian.
Oh, yeah. Hold
He
on.
look like Spider Dude.
Oh my God.
Oh, damn.
Lost my headset.
Man. Oh my God.
That was Lightyear.
Yeah, that's exactly. You look like Mr. Potato Head.
Said penis.
If he was Islamic, penis head. He said, "Where's your
Get out, sport."
Nate looks like that dude right now. He said, "Why can't I wear it though?
Why can't I wear it? I'll be that."
Yo said, "Where's your net?" Yo, shit. Oh man.
Emo Spider-Man. Oh, y'all got me weak, y'all. Y'all are too funny.
All right, let's go. Let's keep it.
Let's keep it rolling. Let's touch on Orlando at home.
Hold on. Before we hit it at Orlando at home, let's hit on this right here.
Oh
yeah.
Bam!
That hurt too, bro. Because he told his last game. He said, "Bro, I got you a jersey. I got the video recording." He said, "Bro, in the video when me and him dapped up in the vault, he said, "Bro, I'm gonna give you my jersey next game."
Hey,
said,
we're taking all bidders.
I know it, bro.
We're taking
that one. I want the one he said he was gonna give you. You with that one.
That hurts.
Hey, we're taking.
It hurts.
We're gonna start bidding at 300.
We got people that are happy. What?
See, his Gold Cup jersey ain't even.
We're gonna give everybody a chance to let us know how we feel on this Ajiman situation, and I'm gonna start with you, Capo Kenny. Let us know. What do you think, man? What's happening?
Man, I'm hurt because like I'm happy, but I'm hurt at the same time. Like I'm a huge Patrick fan because like
That's dramatic right there.
Yeah, that's a
He
little.
said
Yeah, that's a little dramatic. He said
no.
no, right? That's my
He was in the
dog.
middle of the
Like,
mall. Everybody's looking.
I think I think it's great for him personally. Like, I think go get your bread, bro, because you about to get paid and you deserve it
Yeah.
from the performance you put out, bro. You deserve to put your family on. You deserve to have a certain type of money to last you and your kids a very long time. So in that aspect, bro, go get the cheese. Now here comes the fan of me. I want you here. I don't want you to go over in England. I'd rather you just stay here, retire Shara FC if they give you the bag, but that's just not the reality in the world that we live in. But like I said, he was supposed to, give me a jersey, but he got traded. So I feel it hurt my feelings. But also I think he's what he's done on a US men's team level too, I think has been important, just not for him getting that derby, but also for him going and getting like the younger kids involved into the sport that usually don't get involved into the sport, and him being at those pivotal places, and him going to derby will help that. So I love it. I'm happy for him, man. Go do it. It's just gonna be tough to find out who's gonna be our primary number 9. That's what I gotta say on that, because that's gonna be tough to figure out.
True. Nate, I'm gonna move on to you. What you got?
Good for him. Hope, like I said, he still has a lot to develop for him. Maybe the hype that he got was just Charlotte fans, because the national team fans don't like him
At all. At all. They talk
Yeah.
big boy shit. All right,
So
I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
Yeah, they go crazy
now,
on Reddit on him.
yeah, I didn't like that. Personally, I don't like the national team, especially their fucking fans. Fuck the Outlaws. But it's a good step to go develop. He's gonna play in the championship, right? They're not in the Premier League, Derby County.
No, he's in the championship yet.
Championship, yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna be good for his development. They're
I think
probably
he'll
gonna
be
use him
battling
as.
for the starting spot or
I
second
don't think he's
spot.
gonna get the starting spot. I think he's gonna be a super sub there, and then after a while, once hopefully he breaks through, becomes a starter, and he can move from being a super sub to being a full-time starter. And who knows, maybe he's leaving for this season, but maybe he might be back, later on down the road. And
For his retirement, come back to his boy club. Come on, I'll be
maybe
here.
not even the retirement. Maybe Charlotte's in a position where we can finally start competing.
Maybe get him back on loan if he's not starting.
Yeah.
Get him back on loan. Come back here.
Not even that. Not even that. I'd rather him just stay over there, get the experience, get that European experience, especially from his story, right? Coming from a guy, I think he started at junior college, then he went to D3, then D1, and then went pro. Like that in the United States is never been heard of before. If you're not playing D1, your chances of even making the national team are almost next to impossible. So, here, his whole story, it's great. I've shit on him before, but it's good to see that he's leaving and he's getting it back too.
Yeah,
So,
go get your money on, man. Go get the bread. Go get the paper. Go get the money on.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Brian? What's your thoughts? What do you think, man? I see that you have a signed Patrick Agyemang jersey, and is that game worn?
That's game worn. He actually scored his 10th goal of the season last season with it on DC, but that's beyond the point.
Second
to me, dude,
player
it's
to
kind
hit
of
double digits in goals for Charlotte FC.
To me, and like even you'll probably agree on this. It's emotional because I consider him a friend. Like we see him, he knows who. Like he's cool. I've seen him from the Crown Legacy days. Humble dude. Like he's been chill. We put up a story early on the Yeti page where he was like, we announced that he was being sold, and it's official, dude. The dude, he hearted it and then unhearted it, and he was like the first to view it.
Yeah.
So he is gone. That does suck.
It does.
But, I mean, it's really cool, like you said it, Nate. From D3 to professional, now he's off to Europe. There's a lot of people already saying like that he's gonna flop. I hope he doesn't.
No,
I hope because
yeah.
that's gonna help Charlotte FC. And
But another thing, he's got to be ready for the English fan because they're not forgiving like we are.
no, the English media is a lot crazier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
And I think
fans
with
too
somebody
strong.
somebody of IG Man's caliber, I don't think he's gonna care the moment he gets there, bro. I think he's such on a hype train right now that he's not gonna care.
Oh, he's gonna
Let's
get
be honest.
knocked
He's
off of
he's
that.
done good for us. 8 goals, 2 assists for us, and then 5 goals and an 11 appearance for the men's national team. Those are outstanding numbers for a 24-year-old. Let's just be honest. Let's be real.
But
Those are amazing numbers. Those are consistent. That looks good on
Yes.
paper, and that's what coaches want to see.
It,
And this move is bittersweet. But on one hand, it's incredible to see Charlotte make this kind of transfer, bro. This is our first major out transfer. Even with
Mhm.
a player of a caliber like Swiderski and Enzo Copetti, we didn't see them go to a major team like Patrick
Mhm.
Ajiman. And he's only 24 years old. He's going to Derby. He's going to the championship. 8 million plus add-ons totaling out to $10 million possibly. So, I mean, this is absolutely wonderful to see coming out of Charlotte. It's sad to see him go, but this is great for the business of Charlotte. This is
he
great
just
for the
needs to hit
Yeah.
that
publicity
ground
of
running.
Charlotte. And yeah,
yeah,
exactly. He just needs to keep this momentum that he has going whenever he continues over there, because if he
but
does, who's going to stop him?
that
Because he has everything to be
Yes, it does.
an amazing striker, bro.
His
He
yeah,
has the
God-given
speed,
abilities could fuck
he
you up.
has the
but
strength, he has the he's tall, he's got all of it, bro. He's got it
He
all.
held. He
Yeah, but
held.
they're
yeah,
What?
going over
he's
there.
got
That's
it,
nothing
but he
special.
hasn't. He's gonna get over to a league that is way more physical than the MLS is. Quite
Yeah,
frankly, the fucking Brexit tackles.
we
is
saw
he
we
ready for
saw
that?
Kid Ajimane. He's gonna get a different body. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're gonna put him
so
on what? Trust. Give him a year or two to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
Ajimane's
They're
gonna look a
gonna.
lot different.
You know,
But you
and you
can't
know
bump him
how
he's
up
got
too
to be
much,
ready
though.
for
That's the
that.
but
thing.
you know who I would really like to compare him to? Tammy Abraham, bro. The first
Mm.
time we seen him, scrawny, super skinny, he was getting bodied off the ball. But we won't see that from Aji, man. I really don't think so. But the change that we saw from Tammy Abraham from year one to the about time he left Chelsea was drastic. It was huge. This man gained so much muscle. He was a force to be reckoned with at the top, and teams did not want to play against him. And then he got sold to another better team, and he's doing great. So hopefully this is the type of transition that we see for Patrick Agyman when he goes there, and it's only up from here, to be honest.
I will say
One
this:
thing that
getting
I
him
think is
for
gonna
that.
kill him.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Oh, all right. I would say getting that 8 plus the 2 million, so 10. I think that basically covers the Abada money that we
Abada
paid
was,
for
yeah,
Abada.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that was around it. So I mean, if we can make deals like that where we're getting money where we believe that maybe we lost money on, that's always good. Breaking even's always better than breaking negative. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's where we're selling to. That's where we need to look for a striker.
Hmm. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
bring me a
And
championship
to
striker.
yeah,
Yeah, bring me a lower Premier League striker. Like I'm not sold on the Vardy. 37 years old. He's going to give us one good season, maybe 10 goals. That's it.
for that.
We really got to start rebuilding because Westwood has another year maybe. The guy we're targeting as a striker has
You
Vardy
say he got another
37.
year? Ooh, that's looking optimistic.
Who?
Westwood, I think this may be it, my boy.
You think he's
You
done
think
after
so?
this season?
I think so, bro. I think he's been way too frustrated this year. You know what I mean? Definitely, if we don't end up doing anything, trying to get a late run going into the playoffs or even a playing game, it'd be hard. You gotta ask yourself some tough questions at that point. You know what I mean? So I don't
Yeah,
know.
we're
Yeah,
whatever happens at the end of the season. I think it's going to determine what Charlotte does with like our structure, how we handle DPS. Because like I said it last week, right now we only have two main DPS and then three young DPS. It might be time to switch to three
Three
DPS and two
main
young
and
guys.
then too young.
yeah. Going back to Patrick, I think one thing that he really needs to work on when he gets to Europe is his touch and his ball control. I don't think it's there.
Oh,
Hopefully he gets.
they're gonna kill him in training, bro. They're
Yeah,
gonna it's so technical. He's gonna, bruh, his touch is gonna have to be on him every time. They're gonna work on him like bro, his change is gonna
Come
be
on, man! You
huge,
never
bro.
watched Goal, the movie
It's gonna be
Goal,
crazy, bro. They're gonna
Santiago?
work him
How they
hard,
treated
bro.
him?
And honestly,
um,
this is great. It hurts. This is gonna hurt us short term, but this is great long term for the club.
yeah, and
Hmm.
I think whoever was talking about playoffs, I don't think we're going to make playoffs this year. I think the team is starting to realize that, and I think they're starting to go into the transition into we got to start focusing on next year and making a deep playoff run next year. I think this season right now it's just about surviving and getting ready for next year.
I think this is what's going to come down to in that
That's crazy
aspect.
because we're past the halfway point. We're only 2 games into the halfway point, and we're not making.
And
I
but
take
this is
that.
the thing. We're about to go into a deep homestand, a very
Yep,
deep homestand, very similar to the
4
deep
matches.
away
We're
stand.
going into a deep
I
homestand
mean, we
with
have 4 matches and then it's
striker
possible
that is
again.
not
Well, and
reliable.
then five, I would say five because Atlanta's technically home too. You know what I mean?
Let's
Fuck Atlanta. You
let's
know what I mean? That's our crib. You know what I
let's
mean?
go ahead and jump into it, fellas. Charlotte FC versus Orlando.
Man, fuck them. Don't get me started on them. Don't get me started. Y'all, man, don't man.
We
Fuck
we've,
Orlando.
we've already
Man,
faced
yeah,
them once this season.
yeah,
Loss 3-1. Have to avenge that loss,
yeah.
fellas. What do we have to do, or what do y'all think is going to happen this weekend?
A
What's some key
fucking
points?
miracle.
I think we're gonna, but man, ain't no gonna be no fucking miracle. Me and Nate, we're gonna sit right behind Pedro like we did at the playoff game, and we're gonna talk shit once, and we're gonna get him off his game, and he's gonna let 4 goals in. Man, I'm telling you, but the formula's simple. We just gotta follow the strategy. That's all it is. So no, I think it's gonna be a tough game. Uh, Orlando's really fucking good. They're not kind
Yeah,
of
right. And, I mean, and
they're really
we
fast.
know each other very well. Last
Yeah,
year we played them
too
like
hurt.
5 times last season.
And then we're
So
too hurt defensively too. You know what I mean? Like we're hurting defensively. So I mean, it could get ugly. It could get real ugly, or it can be a hell of a game, and we shock people because they just seem to play well at home and always have played well at home since the origin.
Orlando's only missing their right back Freeman because he's on the national team. Other than that, they got Gillespie in goal. They got
They're fully healthy all the way.
But
they're healthy. They got Luis
but
Muriel. That dude
but
should have a hat
Gillespie
trick.
But the Gillespie has been shaky at best here recently, dog. They're coming off of a loss too, so it's not like they're in great form.
Mhm.
But I feel like Orlando is a dark horse for us. Like we don't like playing against them, and we don't
They're
do
in
well
fifth
against
right
them.
now.
And we're in 10th.
Yeah. So, I
This
mean,
dude he thinks Tualoma's going to start.
he has
I
to.
mean,
Who else do we
it's an
fucking have?
option. I mean, it's an option. That's who we got. I mean, we don't know. We're not the coach, but I will say this: we kind of do have an upper hand just because we're playing at home. But Luis Muriel hasn't been performing to the level that he was performing when we first played against him. So hopefully we can shut him down. That's going to be huge. Not let him have 3 chances within 7 minutes of the game. And then he's already had 1 disallowed goal, 1 goal, and then another shot on target. That's ridiculous within the first 7 minutes of the match. I'm not even emphasizing, bro. If you go back and watch that game against Orlando,
That's exactly
watch
what the
the
stats
first
say.
watch the first 10 minutes, bro, and count how many shots on target Luis Muriel had on Kalina and how many goals he had.
I was watching the Google tracker and it says shots on target for so in that span you were talking about, it was just him. There was nobody else popping up on that little timeline. It was just him. It was crazy, dog. Like you said,
Yeah.
that just can't happen, Brody. Or it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly quick.
It is gonna get ugly, bro. And I
They're
honestly
a
I feel
kryptonite,
like
like that dude said.
yeah, it is our kryptonite.
And it's
And
too
You see
honestly,
fucking
it.
hot.
it's
You
all
see
gonna start
Orlando
from the
away on a
midfield.
Wednesday. We're losing that.
And it's all gonna start from the midfield, bro, because I feel like our midfield has not been the same for many, many games. And there's holes, and they're literally just skipping right over our midfield.
Veronica, bro. Like what happened to Veronica?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's been rough. It's been a rough patch for Charlotte FC. It's not encouraging to say the least for us as fans. Uh, Dean looks visibly frustrated at every press conference.
I mean, can you blame on the first? I'm not.
I mean, man, shit.
The first
You keep
question you
telling your
get from
kid
that
don't
same
jump on the
lady
bed,
every
but
time
you
is the dumbest fucking question. So that's one way to piss them off. I mean, that's beyond the point. But they
I would
always
say
get that
like
same lady to fucking ask the same fucking.
I
It's
would
always a
say
dumbass
this.
question.
I would say this. It's like you keep telling your kids stop jumping on the bed, and they keep jumping on the motherfucking bed.
And then they
How
break that.
much more time? Like, what else can I do? You know what I mean? Like, what before I gotta get? You know what I mean? Before I tee up. So I get the frustration.
And
But
we're
at
not
some
playing
point,
bad. It's just we're
yeah,
not finishing chances, and then we're leaking goals.
And we're making mistakes that we
That's
shouldn't even
frustrating.
freaking be making, dude. Like these,
Individual mistakes.
yeah, bro, and they're killing us. It's absolutely killing us, bro. Lack
And
of focus, lack of concentration.
Kalina stepped down to a little bit. Kalina's came down in graces.
And honestly, I'll make a huge key factor right here. Like I said, hitting the top of the league was a curse for us, and our reliance on Christian Kalina also killed us. We were like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
we got MLS goalkeeper of the year, but yeah, he still has to perform.
That motherfucker
Man,
tired.
Kenny, like, I'll agree with you, dude. Last year he had a shots prevented of a 14.1. This year he's negative 1.4. So if we're like, if think of Call of Duty, that's your KD. Last year he had a 14. This year he's negative 1.
Yeah, we not running with you,
So
big dog. Yeah, we not running
that
with you.
dude.
If you can't do negative one, boy, don't even load it up. Don't even put the game in the
Go
console.
play
So
Fortnite
Yeah, go play.
Bingham has a better XG than him.
this season. Yes,
When I
The
looked
two
at
games
like,
he
I thought
played,
he was going to start
he
against
looked
Chicago.
decent. He looked decent the game he started. He didn't
I
Dude,
look
mean
bad.
Bingham's
he's
not a
not a
bad
bad
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper. If we would have lost the U.S. Open Cup game in North Carolina against NCFC if
If it
Bingham doesn't
wasn't for
keep us
him.
in it, because we didn't do shit those 90 minutes.
I like to man, give him another shake. Now you're at the point where you got to kind of just start. Maybe let's try a little bit of this. Let's switch up the formula a little bit. You know what I mean? Give him a couple consecutive starts, and let's just see where it goes from there. Maybe.
What do
So,
you think
David, what do you
Charlotte
think?
need to do to win? Oh, well, go ahead. What were you going to ask me?
Oh, go ahead. I'll answer. What was your question? 'Cause I was just
So
going to ask for predictions for the game.
what do you think we need to do in order to win this game? What needs to change? What would y'all like to see? Who needs to
Brujeria.
be on the field? I don't
Bullshit
think
wins.
that's gonna work.
I don't know what that
We
means.
need to find our identity. We need start from the back. It starts from the back. So even if we play slow defensively, we got to be there. And then our front three have to produce. Because even if the ball, if their other teams are going straight through us, Westwood and Bronico, they're going to work their ass off. It's just the guys, the top three need to be ready, and then defense. We need Milana to have a big game, and then whoever's beside him to step up. And maybe this is your opportunity to start. I mean,
Yeah.
once the Gold Cup's open, I don't. Reed's going to get a little vacation. It's not like he's going to show up right away. Usually get like a week before you come back. So
Yeah.
this might be like, which is crazy. We haven't got rid of Tuoloma because just really he should have been. I
But
mean,
the thing is,
I
we haven't got rid of him, but we also haven't filled that void either.
true. So
This lack of depth right now too. Which at the beginning of the season and last season, it didn't feel like that. You know what I mean? It felt like we had some depth. You
we
know
don't
what
have
I
a
mean?
left back this weekend. Lumbia's hurt. The guy that would have filled in, Ja Pedro, we loaned him out for free.
So now we have to
So,
play
I mean-
Shaquille Marshall Ruddy out there, where we got exposed for the first goal against Chicago Fire. And if I recall correctly, it was he ran up the field thinking we were going to go up. It was a wayward pass from Zaha. One guy intercepted it. I can't remember his name, and I'd probably butcher it if I could remember his name. And he literally took down the whole right side of our field, which is technically the left-hand side. Just ran it. Privet stepped as Zaha is tracking back with the man. Completely misses the man and the ball. Takes a shot on goal. Christian Kalina kind of gets a hand on it, and it still goes in. So
I feel how Nate looks. Just drained. Tired of it. Exhausted.
yeah, dude, it's been
For the
fucking
amount
11.
of fucking money we spent on this team, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is
that's
fucking
solid.
tired.
Yeah, that's
And then we lose the game, and then Monday morning the fucking ticket reps are calling you. Hey, you got a chance to talk? We can
I
upgrade your
cancel
team.
my shit.
Like,
Boy,
See,
you liable to
it's
get
been
cussed out.
frustrating, dude.
You
See,
liable
here-
to get cussed out fucking with me.
I would totally agree with this comment right here if it was maybe 2 years ago when the legacy was balling. But right now, the legacy ain't doing so well. So it's like, okay, if we pull up, what are we actually benefiting right now? These guys are still in development mode. You know what I mean? It's not like the Patrick Agimans, the Brandon Cambridge that we had at the time. Like, hey, these guys are balling out. Like, they're scoring every game in the legacy. I think we should bring them up. You know what I mean? Or it's like the João Pedros that are playing.
Mhm.
They're like, hey, man, this guy just
Tavares.
scored from, yeah, exactly. Yuri. Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's not, we don't have the same caliber of people. It's lack of depth all the way through. Like, it's not the same right now.
And
in my
there's a huge gap between the MLS Pro and the MLS
yeah,
because all the guys you just named, dude, in the Legacy, they were ballers, like levels above everyone. It was fun to go to a Legacy game because those dudes were fucking scoring bangers and we were winning.
yeah,
But a lot of that didn't transition into the 18. The only one that got to shine was Patrick. Cambridge a little bit, but he unfortunately he hurt his ankle. Ja Pedro struggled to get minutes. Yuri, I mean, he might have been he had really like behind the scenes at practice might have been a baller because I mean there was a reason Copetti gave him that like when he got fouled for that penalty there was a reason he gave him that ball. So they must have been hard work in practice or whatever. But unfortunately he missed that penalty and that I mean I think that cost him his Charlotte FC career because he was never same after that.
yeah. Yeah,
But
because honestly, I feel like after a moment like that, you mess up so big time in such a front of so many people
at
that were home
home to
opener.
win the
Yeah,
game,
yeah, you know what I mean? Like that right there, you look for redemption, but you struggle to get minutes. And when you do get on, you don't get those chances that you want. So it takes a toll on you. So yeah, I could see that ending his career, as you said, here in Charlotte. But
the same way I say that what ended Competti's career and giving that penalty away.
yeah, because
That you got fouled, you take the penalty.
yeah, if you're a main guy, that's your first chance to score this season. Take it, dog. You're our number 9. That you need to be
But
on the score sheet. But that's
all our
done and
I think
over. That's gone. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But like you said, what you were asking me, score prediction. Let's jump into it, man. I'll go first since you were asking me. I say we win, but it's going to be a hard fought win, and it's going to be a goal fest. So it's going to be 3-2 Charlotte.
who scores for Charlotte? No Saha.
No, there's no Zaha. So I'm going to say we get 2 from Pep, and then 1 from the midfield. Hopefully it's Westwood.
Mr. Kenneth.
I would say go ahead and give me 2-1. 2-1 Charlotte. I ain't never going to say Orlando gonna beat us. Nah, you'll never hear me say that. But
Who
give me
scores?
2-1 Charlotte. Give me. You think Takamati's gonna start? If he's gonna
Yeah, he has
start,
to.
We got
yeah,
nobody else.
Got nobody else.
yeah, he gonna give me a brace. He gonna give me a
And
brace.
Dean was sweet talking him today at the press conference. He said he was our best player last game. Great touches, beautiful goal. Yeah, so he
I
knew.
mean, that's all true. He's exciting. When he's on, he's exciting, dude. He's really fucking exciting. So it's a great opportunity for him to step in since Pat's is gone now. So like see what he can do, dude.
Yeah, y'all let us know
Give
your
me
score
1
predictions
second.
in the chat too.
1 second. Brian, go ahead and give yours.
He already did. Oh no, he didn't.
I think it's just gonna we're gonna win 2-1. I don't see. I think it's gonna be a slow first half, and then I think the goals will come in the second. I think we get a goal from Abada, and I'm gonna say Bronico gets one. Just because we need a big game, because Bronico has been disappearing the last couple games.
Yeah, he just been getting cardio. That's what we call when you just run. Yeah, you just getting cardio, dog. You out there just getting your jogging. You just getting your sprints. You jog occasionally. You know what I mean? Just staying in shape.
Which that man averages an average between a 6 to 9 miles because he runs like a motherfucker out there, dude.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
crazy. Because an average soccer player runs 5 miles during the game. Fucking Bronico does 6 to 9. That dude fucking runs back whenever there's a goal kick.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But
Well, are you ready?
we need a little more.
Nate,
I
what
just
you
checked
think?
FanDuel.
What is
Are there
that?
gonna be donuts or no donuts, man?
Vegas says it's gonna be a 1-1. The next favorite thing is Orlando winning 2-1, but right behind it, by not that much difference, there's Charlotte win 2-1. And the one thing I know about reading the odds is it's usually the third favorite that gets it. So I think Charlotte is going to come out 2-1. Can't tell you who the goal scorer is, but y'all know me. I'm loyal to one thing and one thing only, and that's the fucking bag. So I'm going to Charlotte 2-1.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, we need
Bring
that.
it out.
And David, can you pull up our next four? I want to see how many points we get out of the next four because
All right, fellas, if you want to pay attention to the screen, we're at the blue fourth row starting at July 5th. We got 3 home games consecutively. Then we travel to Atlanta. Then we come back home and face Toronto. In the next 5 games, how many points do we finish? Keep in mind, 4 at our home and 1's away at Atlanta. What do y'all think?
I'm gonna say we get we get 9 points out of the next couple games.
Boy, we get 12, boy.
We win or we beat Orlando. We beat the following game, and then we beat Atlanta away.
We gonna beat. That's who we gonna beat. We beating Orlando. We beating DC. We beating Toronto. That's 9. And then give me Atlanta. That's 12. I ain't gonna touch New York. We just don't play good against New York.
How's the table looking compared to those teams? Are they above us, under us?
Let me see. I was just
All right, so right now, Orlando's in 5th. Then we play
DC and
New York.
Toronto are the only ones below us.
Yeah, DC and Toronto are sitting 12th and 3rd. And then
Yes.
Atlanta's
Points,
14th
too.
place, bro. So oh my goodness, bro. If we don't take advantage of this 5 spells,
Yeah.
well, 4 at home, 1 away. Boy, if we don't finish with every dub, I'm gonna lose it.
Which
Well,
that's the MLS, man. We could be. I mean, it's crazy.
This
That's
is
the
the thing,
MLS
though,
for you.
guys.
The MLS is unpredictable.
Yeah.
This is the
Put
thing.
that out there.
I'm looking, and I see Orlando City and New York. They're both above us, and we play them in consecutive weeks. So if we get wins in those 2 games, that will automatically throw us to what we at? We got 25 points. So that'll be
Yeah.
31. That'll throw us into playoff position. That'll throw us into 7th place. And just 2 wins can change the whole entire narrative of this season.
And that's if we just win and everything stays the same. A
Yeah.
team can lose, a team can win. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So,
But at the end of the day, we just got to win our home games. We got to win our home
Win our
games.
home
if we
games.
don't take it,
We got to win away too.
We got to. Yeah.
I'm gonna lose it, dog.
Yeah, we need to win another 2 away
This
games.
ain't gonna be a podcast. This is gonna be a rant.
Because to be honest,
you're gonna see me mad.
DC, Toronto, and Atlanta, like they're all like we gotta win those. And then we slick gotta win all these games, to be honest.
And DC's a Wednesday night game at home.
Charlotte has that tendency to play as shitty as their opponents.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, we're the Pittsburgh Steelers of MLS.
Yeah, but right now they don't have we can't afford to do that. We have to.
We can't afford.
Confidence.
We can never afford.
That's
to
a
do
big
that,
thing.
Honestly, that we can never.
That's
afford
a
to
question
do that.
for you.
We can never afford to do that shit.
Oh, what was it? In my brain, the victory cigars this Saturday. Ooh, in my parlay hit. I'm gonna hit you with it in my parlay hit. You can get the lamb chop. What you saying, Nick? I was just responding to George.
No, I was just talking about like our tendency to play as shitty as we do against shitty teams, and then it's one thing we can't be doing. We can't afford to do that, especially right now. We can never afford to do that to begin with. So I mean, no. Well, Charlotte,
Look, it all starts Saturday.
We can't Charlotte.
Look, it all starts Saturday. I think people are going to show out. It's been a while since we've had a home game at 7:30. These World Cup matches that we've been having, Club World Cup matches that we've been having here, 2 p.m., 4 p.m. That was tough, man.
That 1 o'clock shit for that Bayern game was tough, boy. That was tough. Like that was the hottest soccer game I've been to. Like that shit was hot.
All right, so let's jump into talk about the World Cup, man. Like the Club World Cup and all this soccer that we've been having in North Carolina. Dude, we've been getting a lot of international soccer these last couple of years, man. Are we a staple of soccer now?
Somebody pulling a trigger? Somebody pulling a trigger? What's that?
That's what it sounded like.
Oh, that's just me with my pen.
Oh, this sounded like you were.
The boy irritated.
He said, "I'm pissed off." All right.
I would say so. I would say we're starting to get more into the soccer realm, dog. I think Tide here is definitely.
We got the TST tournament, all these women games.
You know what? I do got a bone to pick with Charlotte though about this World Cup shit. I hate the fucking way it is to get into the stadium for these games.
Oh man, that
Yeah,
little
that was
queue
rough.
area they got, I hate
was
that
rough.
shit. Yeah, that was rough.
Did they scan your guys' ticket twice?
Yeah, to get
Yes.
in, to get in the stadium,
Shit.
then to get in the
To me
actual
is
like
fucking
concourse.
retarded, bro. Atlanta was not like that. Atlanta was just you go scan your ticket, you're good to go walk in.
That's the
Nobody had
problem.
us
Whenever
scanning
if it's not broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't
Run
fucking
it.
fix it. Because
You know what I
goddamn,
mean?
bro.
Why
I'm
would we do a
standing-
single file line for fucking 4 entrances that we have that you could literally let like a row of 20
that's the
people
thing.
just free flow in, man?
At the first scanning checkpoint, whatever, it was 2 people.
And you
And
know
I'm
what it
like-
is? They're so scared of that thing happening in Miami where like all the people
Oh,
are just
everybody
rushing in.
rushing?
But you know what causes that? Those single fucking file
Yeah.
lines that they were doing.
Exactly.
People get
And you
frustrated
know-
and just want to get in.
That's the thing.
Hey, but they got that barrier now. What's it called? They got spin.
That spin shit.
Mercedes-Benz
But
Stadium
you know,
is great.
that's the
I ain't
thing,
gonna
man.
lie.
I looked around there. I went to the Benfica. No, not the Benfica. Yeah, I went to the fucking Fluminense Inter Milan game, and dude, I looked around and I was like, bro, if we really wanted to, we could charge this bitch right now. Because I counted, I saw 4 security guards right there, and 2 cops, and I was like, oh yeah, easily a good amount of us are getting in that stadium if we
And
wanted
if you
to.
do that, you get banned for a year. That's it.
Yeah,
That's right.
A
What happened to
full
that
year,
pastor
that's-
that punched Darwin Nunez? Is he banned? What happened to that pastor that put paws on Durham? You remember that shit?
Well, yeah, that's different. That's different.
yeah, that's different.
Yeah, you
No,
swing
yeah,
on
like
the
these-
player, there comes with consequences.
That shit crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah,
There's
that
different
is-
rules, like with the World Cup. I guess people like it's different people working the event because for the first time ever, and it was at the Chelsea game, I saw people lighting up smokes, and all they were doing was snatching it, and of anything, they were taking it in the fucking concourse, smoking up the concourse.
Riddle me this,
Yeah.
bro.
What
If
sense does
people
that
are
make?
popping smokes inside the Bank of America Stadium, why would you confiscate it and then take it into the concourse?
You just laid in there, like they would just lay in the fuck. You would
They're
just
not
see the
the
fucking smoke
smartest.
coming out.
They're not the
You-
smartest. This
You could
whole
see the smoke coming out the
they're
fucking
not the
entrances.
smartest.
But it was cool seeing smoke. It's always fun when these big teams come in.
Yeah, because
I'm a
you
Chelsea
get to
fan.
see a different vibe of everything, dude.
Mhm.
Oh,
You-
dude.
Oh,
We
yeah.
saw
Brazilian
we saw the Bank of America Stadium turn into the Bernabeu. We saw Chelsea fans go at it against Benfica fans. They showed up. It was all over. It was cool to watch. Y'all saw how Fluminense fans they brought the flu to Charlotte. You know what I mean? Because I didn't see I didn't
This is
see
the
much of the
Brazil.
interview. But dude, it's awesome seeing all these different like cultures, vibes, nationalities come to the Bank of America Stadium and bring
dope.
a little bit of them
It was dope.
to the stadium. You know what I mean? It's awesome. It's beautiful.
It was great.
It was fun
This
seeing
is
great.
Pachuca.
Those Benfica fans are talking cash shit, boy. I loved it too. Oh man, like I walked through the French Quarter. I had my Bayern Munich jersey, and man, boy, they let me hear it. I loved it. You know what I mean? But they definitely let you know. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that was another one. I forgot to mention Bayern Munich. Man, that was everything.
Bro, that was a decent game. It was just hot. I think that was probably
Hot
like
as
one of
hell,
them-
bro.
it was
I
just-
don't. I
all
don't
been to
like
those
the
games.
Bayern
That shit was
people
tough.
not sitting on the bench. I
Yeah, I don't like
think
that
that's kind of
either.
disrespectful.
I find it
Here's-
soft. Fuck disrespectful. I find it soft. I find it hot and
you know
soft. But
who
that's just the
has-
You've
football
been to the
player in
World
me.
Cup in Brazil. You know what that feels like. I think that's. I don't know. Vincent Company as a coach or as a manager, I would not allow my players to do that.
I was
Like,
doing 2-a-days in this weather at 11 years old, doc. With full
You know who
padded shit
hasn't
on.
complained about this weather?
Who?
the Brazil.
All the South American teams.
Yeah, they lit in this
All
shit.
the South American teams haven't complained about this weather.
No,
Or Al-Ahly,
And
they love this shit.
the Arabs too.
Because the Arabs.
and the
the
Egyptians.
Saudis.
They haven't complained about this fucking
Nah,
weather.
just the Germans and the Euros.
So to me, it just sounds like the Europeans are fucking
Yeah.
soft.
yeah, that's what it is.
So you know, like
They sat in Cincinnati, and it was 87 in Cincinnati.
The one that was crazy to me was when PSG beat Atletico in the Rose Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what guy came out, but he was saying my feet it felt like it was melting. My toenails felt like they were
hurt.
coming off. Yeah, like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like,
He said, I
playing this
told you
weather
I
on
was there.
turf. Now that sucks.
Yeah.
But
But they're
Yeah,
on
and
they
grass
got a
though.
rude awakening for the World Cup.
not only that, my thing is right. They
It's
have
so much
fucking
better on grass.
fans.
Trust me.
They have fans. You know, like the fucking air ventilators, whatever. They give them the fucking cold ass water. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
got all that shit. I was playing in this weather in fucking high school. I didn't have no fucking fan sitting beside me, no fucking air mister. The water,
Shit.
you were lucky if you drank it before halftime, it was
That's
still
my move
somewhat
for you.
Yeah, and
cold.
they can't bitch about not
You
having
about to
water,
take it.
dude.
I do it.
The Chelsea guys were giving
You
that
tripping,
water
David.
to the
I do it.
fans.
I had that mess right here on the side of my face.
Oh, I'm not even talking about fucking fans like the fucking
No,
Rowdy
I'm
boys.
talking
No,
about
I'm
the
talking
big.
about
My high school
I'm
had the
talking
big
about like
joint.
no,
They had
I
the
didn't.
big little joint.
Our soccer team didn't have that. Our soccer team did not have that. The football team, yeah, but we just got the fucking shit, the short end of the
Oh
stick,
yeah,
and we
yeah.
were wearing the black uniforms too. So that shit was hot as fuck. So I don't want to hear these motherfuckers complain
Our
about
high
that
school had a
shit.
beautiful like soccer field to practice on. I ain't gonna lie. Like
Our soccer
Yeah, we
field
did.
sucked.
it was a
There
great
was
soccer field
holes
that
in
we
the
had.
ground and shit.
So yeah, you know, like to me, you know, Europeans are just soft. You know, I've always said that. You know, they got to get on our fucking level.
Well, I mean, it's just you adapt to where you live, man. They're
Yeah,
not used to
man.
this heat. They don't
Mm-hmm.
get heat, bro. They get rain and cold weather.
They got soft hands. You know,
Yeah, but
it is what it is.
But it was
did you
cool
pull up?
though.
It was
It was
cool.
cool. I loved it. I loved it, bro. But like for me, actually seeing these teams, and y'all know me still being fairly new to the game, like 3-4
Don't
years
we
in
get a
now.
semifinal?
No,
No.
no,
No,
Oh, we don't
no.
get a semifinal? Oh, okay. Well, I was
No,
about
What's
to
that?
the
Can you
say,
pull up the
team
quarterfinals so we can
yeah.
see like what pick them?
Uh,
Atlanta.
Al Hilal gonna win it all, and they gonna get all that money for no reason. What?
hold on, let me see if I can pull up a picture of the
Dude,
quarterfinals.
there. It was cool watching that game because it was a good game. It's not like it was just like Man City didn't care.
Mm-mm.
Man City was fucking trying.
That
It
that
was
that
really
boy
cool seeing
Leonardo Leonardo from Al Hilal. I got him on my ultimate team right now.
their goalkeeper's good, man.
They got a squad over there. They got a
All
squad.
right.
Flamingo's got a squad too.
You pulling it up, David?
Yeah, I'm trying to
We'll be over
see
there
if I
working.
see if I can transfer it over real quick.
So
You
what do y'all guys think about? Hold on, I got a question
go for it.
for Brian and David. So what do you think with the Bayern Munich? So they had Sani that went to Galatasaray where we got Zaha from.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
they signed him, but they said you can compete with Bayern all the way into the 28th of June. How does that work? Like, isn't that a lot? What do you think? That's a liability? But
Yeah.
let's see this.
Yeah, I think
David, pick him first. David, you pick him.
Oh shit.
We got some
I got
Champions
my
League matches
I
right
got
there,
my
man. That's
picks.
pretty good.
Yeah, bro.
I got my picks right here.
All right, go for it, Nate.
Fluminense,
Yeah.
Palmeiras,
Nope.
PSG, and Real
Nope.
Madrid.
All right.
That's
All right,
like
so I'm gonna go with the flu, and then I'm gonna go with Chelsea, then I'm gonna go with PSG, and then I got Real Madrid.
Kenny?
I'm gonna got Al Hilal. Let me get Chelsea. Let me get Bayern. Let me get Real Madrid.
All right. I got Chelsea. I got Fluminense, PSG, and I got Real Madrid.
Man, what's up with the Bayern hate, huh?
That's
Talk
not a
about it.
Bayern hate. I
It's
got
not
I got
Not
Bayern
a
hate.
Talk
Bayern
about
hate.
it.
I'm just
PSG is good, man. They should have
They
scored
are.
another five. They should have
They
scored
are.
fucking 10 on Miami, but Luis Enrique
you
told
want
them
to
to
talk about
stop.
Bayern hate? Hold on, let me pull out some Bayern jerseys for you.
That
Yeah.
Dembele jersey low key on the way. That Dembele jersey is sweet. He's tough. I like him. That boy tough. And he gonna win that Ballon d'Or hopefully.
Nah, and I thought Chelsea's going, dude.
I
like
know
I
that's your
said,
squad, boy. I know that's your squad. I see
Europeans
you
are soft.
smiling, blushing and shit. Huh? You say Europeans
Europeans
are
are
soft?
soft. So, you know, they're not
They,
used to the type of soccer they
they
play. I
baby
mean,
shit soft. That's tough. You should have let me wear that. Who is it? Is it just a blank back?
That jersey came out in like I would say. Let's see if I can.
They won the Champions League in it, and they also lost it.
Yeah, they won the Champions League in it, and then they also lost to Chelsea in it too. So that's why I
That's
got
crazy.
That's why I got it, because Chelsea won the
okay.
Champions League. Actually, they won that. That has double meaning. I didn't get it, and it was actually a gift from my brother Sandro. He bought it for
Okay.
me, but
Smooth.
it's because of the double meaning. They had won it previously with that jersey, and then Chelsea beat them while they were still wearing that jersey. So
Hell yeah.
it's good stuff.
So who's gonna win it all though? I feel like I already know who you're gonna say, David and Brian. So I don't know if that's
Real Madrid.
I think
You
Real
think Real
Madrid's
Madrid's
Yeah.
gonna win it all?
realistically, yeah.
They got
I wish
Mbappe just
Chelsea
in
could do
time,
it.
man.
Yeah, how ironic, right?
Just happens to make it back for the quarterfinals. Yeah.
Just in time. That
And
running at
dude,
full
just
speed.
when I go to the games, I'm like, if I'm drinking my drink. I'm like drinking my drink, but I love the game, man. I'm fucking like, I'm watching. Like, if I like, oh, that's Jude Bellingham. I'm watching him. That dude dribbles the ball, and it takes three people to fucking like take the ball away from him, dude. That dude
Yeah, that
turns and
boy
like
different.
that. Yeah,
That boy
he's different.
different.
And
Don't
when
even
then
get close to taking the ball away from him, man.
Okay, yo. So since
Benny,
we
his speed is ridiculous. Like it's fast watching it on TV, but in person, like he fast.
okay, so we've all went to the Club World Cup game here in Charlotte, correct?
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham has a point with how bad that field was.
Yes.
I
It looks
saw that
tough.
shit in
It
person.
looks
When
tough.
that shit hit that floor coming 20 feet down, and once it hit that grass, maybe it bounced
It's a dead
a
ball.
foot and it just literally stopped. Okay, I can feel that. That's a legit complaint.
There's, I mean, the way it is, they'll do it is it's
I mean,
literally concrete under there. They throw sand, and then I think they do a little like rubber padding that's like cubes that kind of interlock with each other, and then they just roll out grass, dude.
yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
they
have to
roll out
be
the
a
real grass.
gardener or a landscaper to know this, bro, but you can't roll out grass and expect it to be soft right away.
Nah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
always gonna be slippery as fuck.
You know what I mean, bro? You're gonna maintain it, you gotta treat it, you gotta water it. It has to be set, but it has to get
I
prepared before
believe
you
they
can actually
laid it
play on it.
and they watered it, and then Pachuca was practicing on it the next day.
That's crazy work.
That's
Like
crazy.
that shit reminded me of that Super Bowl, not this previous one, but the first time the Eagles and 49ers went against each other in the field that they rolled out in that Super Bowl. And that
And
garbage
they
ass field. Go ahead.
and before that, that's the same grass they used for the baseball game.
The
Oh, for
Savannah
the
banana,
banana
Bananas.
banana.
joint?
Yeah,
Oh
so
yeah.
that grass has been used.
That's
Yeah,
not
but when
even
you
the
roll
type
it
of
back
grass
up
to
though,
use it, you
but
know what I
like you're
mean?
Yeah,
rolling
that's
it
not
back
the.
up, it's weird.
Like in baseball, maybe that grass is acceptable, but for soccer, you need a
Yeah.
different type of grass, bro. It's got to be soft. It's got to be real thin. Like, yeah, it's just I don't know.
Yeah, baseball grass is it's a little softer than soccer grass, but I mean that's because you really don't need grass to play baseball. Grass is just there, you know. I mean, you need it for the field, but the grass doesn't affect the game as much as it does in soccer. So I mean,
All right.
I don't know. You know, Charlotte still has a lot of shit to work on. Luckily, they don't have to play here for the World Cup next year.
And hey, keep bringing these games here, man. I always get a good
Yeah.
seat. It was fun seeing. I got to see Luka Modric's last game in a Real Madrid shirt. I got to tell Di Maria que me saludó a la concha de su madre in his retirement match. It was great, dude. I got to see some goals from Chelsea, a golazo from Reece James.
Yeah.
I didn't
You're
get to go to the
definitely getting.
TST, but next year I'm definitely checking out a TST game.
We
I
got
got
to
to
be
see
in a
Mexico and
commercial when
Chapel
you get
Hill.
that. You
You have to be in a commercial. Man, just keep bringing the soccer. I'm going.
All right, let's move on to our last segment of the night. Questions, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions for us, Capo Kenny, in general, drop them in the comment section. I've been starring some of your questions previously from before, so just know I'm gonna bring those up now. But I'm also gonna check on Instagram.
All right, Kenny, tell when we get some questions.
Yep.
How'd you get involved with Charlotte SC to where you're at now, bro? Were you just the first time you went? You were just a fan, or
Yeah, bro. So technically, bro, like and it's actually crazy, bro, because it's like it doesn't seem like it seems like so long ago, but it like wasn't even that long. It's like 3 years ago, 4 years ago now. But bro, it's like I was bored one day. Like I had just moved back to Charlotte from Fayetteville, and I was just bored one day, and I was like, man, I need to do something because I just need to get out the crib. I was just in a bad space. I need to get out the crib. I need to go do something. So I got me a Charlotte FC ticket, and I ended up watching it. It was against Colorado Rapids. We scored a goal that was actually kind of crazy, and I saw the entire fan section just go crazy. Beers, fucking fire, smoke going everywhere. So I was like, you know what? That's going to be it for me. So then the next day, I go look up a bunch of things. I run into Top End 90. The first guy I meet's Mandy. The second guy I meets Chris. The third guy I meets Jorge. And I'm over here like I was so out the loop. I'm over here thinking that they're a supporters group, but nah, that's not the supporters group. That's the media group. And I think I met you guys that same night. And then you actually told me that about the Carolina Hooligans. But I want to say I was at Blue Foyer first because that was the one that just, and I ended up joining first, and then I ended up coming to you guys the following season, and then that season I started capoing. That was fun, and then did a game for you guys, that New England game. That was fun going on away trips. You know what I mean? I've just been trying to make myself available. You know what I mean? Like this is something that I want to do. I want to be in this scene. I want to be in the soccer scene as far as like graphic content and stuff like that. So I think the best way for me to do that is just make my face available, make relationships, talk to everybody, try to be chill, you know what I mean, and just go to these games, be Capo Kenny, you know what I mean, and just have fun. It's been a complete fucking blast. Definitely, like when I got back on the Capo stand again this year, it made me definitely realize I have to get in the fucking gym, big dog. Woo! You feel what I'm saying? I gotta get in the gym, boy. It get hot out there. It get hot for real.
Yeah, bro. Jumping up and down, screaming,
man,
bro. And it's only 45 minutes you do it for too. So,
but you gotta go hard though, or look, or don't feel authentic. To me, like y'all see me up there, boy. I be going through it.
Yeah, y'all seen me up there before.
Yeah,
it's lit, bro. It's lit. I love it.
You be going through it. But
what's your favorite Charlotte FC memory?
I know I have a worse one. I have a bad memory, but I have a really I have one that's gonna be a minute for it to be broken. I tell you what, one of the few times I got up out of character. But my favorite memory, I would have to say, is so for my first season, I say it was Josiak saved a ball that was going out. It was already going out. Then he tipped it back in, tipped it to himself, then tipped it to Swiderski, I think it was, for a crazy like top corner goal. That was my favorite.
Oh yeah, it was like a taekwondo kick from Swiderski.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I remember that fucking
shit. Yeah, that shit was crazy. And then the second one, I would say the trip to Atlanta, like that Atlanta game, that entire atmosphere, like that shit was fun. Yeah, last year, the Atlanta game. And
that was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good time. Definitely because we got the
video. They had no fucking water. Me and Ken were fucking throwing water on the back.
What? That shit was.
They ended up taking me.
Kicked out.
They kicked me out at the 90th minute. I was like, "What do we do?" He's like, "We can't do shit because the game's over." But damn, Atlanta had no water.
And you were talking. Oh my god! I'm pretty sure somebody threw a middle finger up at a little kid. Oh, that was crazy. But I would say my favorite moment this year.
Fucking kids,
man. So far this year is when Pat pulled up beside me. Definitely since he's gone now, but since he pulled up beside me when I was in the vault and whatnot, and was like, "Yo, I got a jersey for you" type situation. I think that was my favorite moment, and I think that would probably be my favorite moment so far. Like out of all three, that was a dope little situation and clip that I was able to get. Shout out to QC Hobby for grabbing that clip because I was helping him do something for the vlog, and then it was just such an organic and natural moment to happen. It was dope for that to get caught on tape.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us your worst memory, or are you good on that?
Man, we all know it. We ain't got to speak on it.
Is it still
we
lit
all
up
know
case?
I think it is. But nah, we all know it. I ain't gonna speak on it. We all know it. Me and my beef with the state of Florida, we just gonna keep it at that.
We'll be back though.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
we'll be back.
We go back. Kenny ends up getting arrested as soon as we touch down. Yeah, he had a warrant out.
He has a warrant out for your arrest.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy right there, yo.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's so important. Oh man, hopefully I see their security guard there too.
All right,
But go ahead.
next question. He sent this way earlier. This was talking about Patrick Ajiman. He said, I'm wondering your guys' thoughts about him going from one European coach to another. Why? I think he meant what couldn't he learn from, or let's see, why
Why
couldn't
couldn't
he
he
learn this
learn?
from Dean?
I think he
Or
meant
what couldn't
why.
he learn this from Dean?
I don't think it's nothing that he didn't learn because Dean's a great coach. It's just the standards are going to be a lot different. Going into that locker room, he's just going to be another guy.
Mm-hmm.
The it's it it's not new. It's nothing new for them to see a guy. It's not like he's coming over. Oh, he's a DP. He's just a young kid trying to get a spot. He's
Yeah,
going to get roughed up in practice.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good. I mean, it's going to be awesome if Patrick does
Excels.
this
Yeah.
excels. If not, it's we'll see him fucking back in the MLS.
See this right here. This question makes me think of it
But
as a.
but
Oh, go
he
ahead.
bettered on himself. Well, I'll just make this quick. He bettered
Yes.
on himself leaving because it's a World Cup year, and if he doesn't get no
Yep.
minutes, he's going to lose that spot because
Yep.
these last three matches with the national team, he hasn't been the guy. It's been Diego Luna,
Yeah, Lunes. Mm-hmm.
which is another guy who went from being in the
Boy, yep.
yeah, not what's under the MLS, the second division, the PSL,
USL.
USL.
USL, yeah, goes from there to Rouse Salt Lake. Now he's on the national team. Like
Yeah.
he could be on a move too. It's just on Patrick, and I want him to succeed. He's gonna look good on this, and he's a
This
good guy.
is
He deserves it.
first of all, Pat deserves everything that he's currently getting. He put in the hard work to do this.
He
So
did.
I'm definitely in agreement with you. And which is why I say this. It just brings me back to high school because and I remember my coach told me he was like, here you can be as good as you want. Like in the MLS, for example, he's star caliber. Now you go up. This is like in high school, you go to college. You go from being all state from fucking sophomore to senior, and then you go to Alabama. Cool. You were a star, now you're just a guy. And that's the situation that Pat has the audacity to put himself in. He wants that pressure. He wants to be great. So that's why he's gonna be star to just a guy, and now he has to go through those tiers again on a whole new level. And I think
Yeah.
that's dope. He's up for it. I think, dude, I love it.
And
I
just on
think
a little side note on that question, I don't think he had that best of relationship with Dean because on
really.
my notes here, yeah, on my notes here, at 2 p.m. where that presser
He
on,
pulled it out.
Fucking
She said,
nerd.
look at it.
dude at 2 p.m. Dean said because they asked him about the contract situation, he said Pat hasn't told me he wants to leave Charlotte or that he wants to leave, but if the price is right, he might be able to go. That was at 2 p.m. and then at 6 p.m. he was sold. So I don't think there
Well,
was a good
in
relationship. But at
principle,
2
right?
p.m. today, Dean said he hasn't told me he wanted to leave Charlotte. Well, his manager and Pat are over there
Well, it's
signing
in
paperwork.
principle, technically, right? So it has no paperwork has been like we've been in this situation before,
Principal
but
means has been
getting a
faxed
player.
and Charlotte has to sign. It's just Charlotte.
Has he done the medical yet?
No, I don't think so.
Not yet.
And that's another
We don't
major
know.
factor.
He isn't the U.S. men's national camp.
Oh
That's very
yeah.
No,
easy.
but like,
Yeah, that's
according
very easy.
according to reports and Tom Bogert and everything, he is set to leave after the Gold Cup is done. He is gonna leave. He has played. He has played. He has played his last game for Charlotte FC.
We need to get a striker in fast, man, because we get 3 games here in the run, and then
Let
it's the League's
Tokomati
Cup.
cook. Let Tokomati cook. Let him cook. He
Bro,
has
buddy,
the
I don't know.
skill.
Kenny, I don't
He's
know
raw.
if you've ever had Jewish food, but it ain't that
Oh,
good. I'm not gonna let him cook.
My
Oh
God.
man,
I can't let him cook. He can't even cook.
Look, check
Stop
this out.
Nathan,
the
you need to
next
stop this right now.
All right, look. So
I'm-
check this out.
I'm
He is set to
thrilled.
leave Charlotte FC. The club has agreed the transfer, which is $8 million, with potential add-ons totaling out to $10 million. The deal is in its final stages, with Ajiman expected to join Derby County after completing his duties with the U.S. men's national team at the CONCACAF Gold Cup.
Man, bro, man, big
Good
man,
for
hit my
him.
phone, big dog. Let me talk to you before you make any drastic
Good for
decisions. Let me
him.
holler at you.
This comment right here, no disrespect to anyone, but I just don't see the All-Star status people give Pat. Yeah, he went from D3 to MLS. Very good point, right there.
Very good
Boom.
point. I agree with that.
I
It's just
agree.
that it was
I
just a
agree
hype.
100%. It was,
They know if
and
he
you know
was leaving,
what?
so they gave him this for hours. More way to
You
get
know,
money.
I yeah, I didn't never saw the hype around Patrick. You know, I
It's a
saw the
great storyline to
potential.
run with. Yeah, they saw the
I saw the
potential and ran it with a great
potential,
storyline.
but I
The
did not
storyline to me
see the
is that when
All-Star
we actually had
caliber.
an All Star, they didn't give it to him because Kalina last year deserved it more than Patrick this season. I would have been
Yeah,
fine with Patrick not making the All Star game. It would have been whatever. Last year, Kalina should have been on the All Star team.
Yeah,
That's the only thing.
which was
Patrick was
confusing
just
when I saw he got it this year. I was like, did they go off of last year's stats?
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because he hasn't been good at any point towards the season. Maybe the first 3 games, but David was making a great point and Lee was making a great point. We were getting peppered. Well, we're not getting peppered, but he was letting simple shit in. So it's a tough area.
Yeah,
but
Good
man.
yeah,
question.
you know, like they said, no one's shown me anything that says, yeah, Pat's that guy.
I have, and you know what it is? You know what it
Never
is?
saw it.
You know what it is? For me
What is
personally,
it?
what that shows that he can be that guy.
Oh no! He can be that guy, but he's just not that guy.
No, he's not that yet, but he can
Exactly.
be.
That's what I said. That's what
Oh,
I
okay,
said.
okay,
He's
okay,
not that
okay,
guy.
okay, okay, okay,
I don't
okay, okay.
understand the hype. He's not that guy. He can be that guy. He's got the
But
potential.
that's where the hype is coming from off of the potential. Because
Yeah,
that's just what we like to do. We like to hype anything. If it seems
I
really
don't.
good, we want to
Well, I
see what.
mean, he's taking advantage of the moments he's had this season,
Mhm.
and hats off to him because maybe forget all the other seasons. That right now does not matter. What's
No,
matter right now is the current. He has 8 goals, 2 assists for Charlotte FC in his duration right now. And for the men's national team, in 11 appearances, he has 5 goals. That's almost 50% of scoring a goal. So that means every other game, he's going to guarantee you a goal. Who would not want that from their striker?
this is his peak price right now. This is his peak price. It's currently for him. This is kind of the time you want to go
It's
because
coming
God
at a
forbid
great moment for him.
you don't
Yeah,
know
we're
what
around.
would happen
Yeah,
for the rest of the season with him personally. He could poop the bed for the rest of the season for us, and that would
This
have
it's good
put a
business.
nail
It's
or
good
three.
business.
Yeah, it's good
And
this
business
does
right
not happen if he doesn't get called up to the men's national team.
now.
He doesn't get
Ooh, really? You think?
I absolutely believe he doesn't
Mhm.
get called up to Derby County or gets looked at from Derby County solely off his performances off of
And
Charlotte
here's
FC.
another thing. Here's another thing I'm gonna say too, right, about the national team. This also doesn't happen if the national team doesn't play shitty teams. He's played good against shitty teams.
I mean, the
I haven't.
CONCACAF hasn't been great.
The
Yeah.
CONCACAF is never a great competition. It's always between two teams, Mexico and USA.
which is the final.
Yeah, and you know,
Might be
but
6 goals. But still,
you know, like to me,
it's a done deal.
Any another question?
Hold on. He said, "What would be your realistic ideal signing for Charlotte
Oh,
at the moment?"
Well, we definitely need a striker.
Yeah.
Give me that.
realistic.
Realistically, give me. I'm going to butcher his name, but give me the guy that came off the bench for Benfica because he hasn't been getting a lot of minutes. The Italian guy, Balotelli, not Balotelli. I think it's Balotelli.
yeah.
Bring him. Bring somebody.
Okay.
Don't bring like bring
I
somebody
got
from the
some.
championship.
I got somebody.
Like
I got somebody from FC Porto. Give me, and he's gonna cost you a little bit, but I don't give a damn. Get
who
their
is it?
striker. Get Samu.
See, you guys are being
Get a
unrealistic.
replacement. Get an identical replacement for Pat.
Yeah. Go man
It's
for
just
You
man.
guys are being
he's a
unrealistic,
little bit.
man.
How? I
What,
am.
like
I am.
what,
I am.
you want some guy from Argentina? Like what?
We've
Like
done
what's
it
going?
before.
We done that before. How did that go? He went to a
Oh, come
shittier
on.
team than when he came from. Like
Yeah, didn't he win a
You already know
championship
I
with
don't
them
want
boys?
anybody from that country.
yeah, he came racing. That was a good team. And then we sold him to Rosario. which is like a downgrade.
Hmm.
Is
Like,
Racing a good team? Is that league good? Because last I saw, they got fucking bounced.
I said they got bounced.
Honestly,
But I mean, realistically, not ideally. Vardy, I see him coming. He's already got work with.
go get
Don't give me
fucking
another old
Daniel
ass guy.
Rios. Go get Daniel Rios from fucking Vancouver.
But
Yeah.
Here's another one. They're bottom. They're not doing so well. He used to play with Saha. Bring him in, Teke.
yeah. Yep.
My thing
These
is,
guys, their
right,
contracts are ending this
those
season. People who are within the MLS, who are veteran strikers whose seasons are ending this season, bring them to the MLS. I mean, not the
Yeah.
MLS, to Charlotte.
Charlotte.
My thing is about that, right, is they need a reason to come to Charlotte, right? Jamie Vardy has that Dean Smith connection already. I feel like Dean could just talk to Jamie, hey, come play for us for a year or two, come as a DP, get a little bit of money, call it a career. But, we need a striker. All those other guys, they can still play for a decent team in Europe still. Vardy,
If we do get Vardy,
for-
I'm gonna get Bolt seats one game, and I'm gonna chug a fucking Red Bull with that motherfucker before they walk out. Because that motherfucker drinks before they walk out. He's in line chugging a Red Bull every game. That's the only cool thing about having them motherfuckers.
But that
I don't want to have.
Vardy's
I want to get guys that we will have them for a minimum 2 to 3 years. Oh,
yeah.
our DPs minimum give us like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's how I feel about realistically that we could sign as Jamie Vardy.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree. Y'all got any questions?
Get Evander from Cincinnati. Fuck it.
Could.
Oh no, I'm just saying shit at this point. I like Evander.
Shit, like
Evander's my favorite
what's that
player.
old guy? He's been in the league for so long. Kai Kara. He plays in Columbus now. His name's Kamara or something. Bring some guy like that.
Oh yeah.
We just need somebody, but interesting times ahead for Charlotte FC, to say the least. It starts Saturday. I'm gonna get me a straw hat. That's really the only reason I'm going.
Man, them fucking straw hats. I'm probably end up losing that shit. I ain't even gonna probably get one. I don't know. Nate, you gonna get a straw hat? Is that what you're looking for?
No, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna go to the game.
You don't want to be disappointed.
Come on, Nate. You have to believe. Okay,
buddy.
You say it all the time, bro.
Buddy,
Damn.
I'm getting quite tired of believing in just fucking believing in a lie.
Then switch over to Club America, dog.
Yeah, fuck that. I ain't gay.
Yeah, they ain't gay.
Nate needs a hug. He does.
Nate looked like he needed a hug all night. He's been frustrated.
Yeah, Gonzalo.
That's
He
what
said the
I
best
feel
thing.
like.
Look, the last thing that's happened that was good for Nate was watching Kershaw get 3,000 outs. That's the last.
Honestly, that might be it.
Everything's going.
My issue might be is, I'm used to seeing my Dodgers be successful. I'm used to seeing all my teams be successful.
Man,
So, that might be it. I'm used to all my American teams being successful.
And it
You
looks
get all
like he
you-
has. Like the 49ers aren't going to do shit this year. We both know that.
What?
Look, you're a Jaguars.
I don't know nothing about football, so.
Nathan,
Jaguars,
Nathan, you're winning more than 8 games?
Yeah.
How about them thirds, though? How about them thirds?
Them who?
Them thirds, them Panthers.
Oh, man. Shit, the Panthers will win more games than the 49ers this year.
Boy.
They got Bion.
Hold up.
You feel me? That receiving core crazy.
Now that I know he's watching, I got
Who,
some.
Angel?
Yeah.
Angel? Ain't he a Browns fan? You
Oh.
shouldn't comment.
He is a Browns fan.
He put up the Eagle. Yeah, he put up the Eagle for Club America. Yeah, I know. I'm just being messy. Just being a little messy.
Look, bro.
Is that him?
Yeah. Bro, look at
He's
this
going in on that trophy.
guy.
Is that him? He look like he about to what? You about to suck the silver off that trophy, ain't
You about to suck the chrome off that
he?
trophy.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, he
That's
did.
wild.
Look at it. Look at the
God.
way. It's a bad photo, Angel.
Look, bro.
Hey, big dog, delete that.
I ain't want to pull it out, but you forced my hand there.
All right.
All I
Anybody,
noticed is that he's holding 3 trophies, and that most teams can't afford to even win one. So
All I'm gonna say is the way. Look, if y'all want to win trophies and hold them like, nah.
I'm just saying you are the one to talk. When
I mean, I
people
seen you eat
holding
a hot dog,
objects.
Nate. There wasn't much
I've
different.
seen you said
I
that's
seen you eat a
crazy.
hot.
I seen you
I
make
seen
a
you
hot
I
dog
seen you-
disappear, bro.
Boy, for real.
One bite.
I'm coming after
Everybody
both
know the
of us
rules.
this record. All right. I'm what you
Said
call it?
delete that.
Look, man, you give me my next order at Tacos and Chill for free.
Bet.
Off my phone, off the
Dude, I need to go out to
everything.
tacos and chill.
He said
I
I
ain't
got
gonna
you,
be
big
talking
dog.
about it.
I gotta go out there and fuck with them. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit
We
look
should have
fun.
we should have a watch
That
party
shit's
there, man.
Gas.
We should.
Not only that, we should host a live podcast / watch along while we're there. Make it happen.
I can make it happen, dude. Let us know.
We got the ability to.
He said, last question for me. Thoughts on the New Jersey League? Like the colors? Yes, a little homage to the Carolina Lightning. Little throwback. I think it's gonna be dope. I think everybody's gonna love it. I think it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be a little.
I tried to go get that hat
How
today,
would you
and
say?
they told me the 16th, so I think that's the day it comes out. Because
Yeah,
they,
I would say mid-July. Mid-July.
if you get that hat, let me know where you're buying it. Because the stores that I tried, because Dick is the one that has it. The one you guys told me it's the 16th. That's when they will have the shirt and the hat. The hat's 35.99. The shirt, she said it would be about 85.
He said done next Thursday.
85.
85 for that. It's a Thursday. It's a wedding kit.
It's gonna be.
They will. Yeah. So they will wear it.
Oh.
It's
I
not like
thought
a
you were
one and done. It's
saying-
not.
I
It's not
thought you
like
were talking about a
Spanish
shirt.
Heritage Night.
I thought you were talking about a shirt.
No, it's a jersey.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying.
I think they might wear that Atlanta away.
It'd be cool.
Looking at our
We'll see.
schedule, that it might be away games.
Just
Well,
have
hopefully
your
they don't
wallets
do
ready,
it
ladies
too
and
late.
gentlemen, so you
Yeah,
can
that's
get
what
it.
I'm saying. Hopefully they don't do it too late, so I can grab it before we head up out of the.
You know what's
Exactly.
one thing I hope they do? I hope the MLS implements is every team that makes the playoffs
Jesus.
gets a third kit. If you don't make the playoffs, you don't get a third kit. That's what they
Oh, word? Is that what it is?
That's
Well,
what they should do.
They were
That's
going
what they
based
should
off
do.
of last season. Only 13 teams are getting third kits this season, and then next season every team is gonna have a third kit.
Yeah.
So they're gonna rotate jerseys like that then? Like
Well, the
home-
rotation is 2 years anyways. You keep a home kit for 2 years, and then you keep a away jersey for 2 years. So
I know, but now it's
rotation-
every year though. As far
Yeah,
as
this year.
home away.
Well, no,
home
that's the way
away.
Charlotte has set it up. Like the
Mhm.
first year, we had to deal with that having 2 jerseys, but the way it was, like we only had the black and mint kit for 1 year. So
Yeah.
Charlotte SC has had it designed where every year we get a new kit. We had switched to a new away kit the first time we needed to switch jerseys. Then we switched to a new home kit. Now we're gonna switch. Well, we switched again to the black
Good
kit.
black
Now we're
kit.
gonna get another new
Another
home
kit.
kit plus the third kit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's another if it's black and yellow, I cannot wear the work. I cannot and will not wear those colors on my body.
Black and
They
yellow. I wear
represent,
that
yeah.
every day.
I can't do it. Boy. That's Steelers colors. That shit make my ass hurt, boy.
Well, I'm getting the Adidas shoes. I'm getting the shirt. I'm wearing the hat. I can't wait to wear it.
Boy looking like a big ass bee. Go
Look
sting
like your mama
somebody.
dressed you.
Look.
Anyway, what you think
Those hats look smooth though. It look like it's gonna be silver and gray. I think I can get with silver and
It's
gray.
gonna be like a
Hopefully
bluish gray.
Hopefully
Like
the
a
team
gray
store doesn't
gray.
have the fret. I like my brims like straight. I don't like them bent.
Man,
Iron
their
that
brims, I don't like them. I don't like those brims.
I'm the opposite. I like them with a little bit of curve,
Yeah, because you drink Jack Daniel.
So, Penny,
He
the
said
never
he has
before in
black
17. What do you think Cena's killed her
This
so
is
far?
first of all, this isn't black and
Da-da-da.
yellow. This is gold and yellow. Completely different. Okay. Know your colors, bro
He
friend.
said Saints.
But hold on, what did you say, Brian?
What do you think of Cena's hill run so far?
I think it's all right. I ain't mad at it. I think he's cooked everybody he's won against. I think he should have dropped the title to CM Punk. These are my opinions. People don't agree with him, but I don't give a fizz-nuck. I like his run. I like the cash shit he's talked. I like the stroll down memory lanes he's done. I don't like he's going against R-Truth for a second time. I don't like that they fired
That was a
R-Truth the
wasted
first
match.
time. I think you're just, I don't know. I don't like what they've done with the United States Women's Championship. No storylines. They're getting hit with injuries. They're $3 billion in debt. It's ugly over there. What do you think, Brian?
I don't fuck it. This past pay-per-view, dude. I don't like what they've been doing with Penta. He came in so hot, and all he does is like win a match on Raw and then lose at the PDL. And
Yeah.
then, dude, this past weekend, that dude had me hot. I know it's all scripted, whatever. John Cena's getting his ass whooped in the
No, he is
fucking
getting
ring.
choked.
He's getting his ass whooped. Penta's music hits. This motherfucker is
Smooth operator.
he's giving the kids the fucking set on
He
yellow.
said, "Give me some, give me
And
some."
Cena's over. They showed
The
the camera
reality
and
hits.
fucking
He's like,
Bronson
oh,
Reed
shit.
fucking just beating the fuck out of Cena. Penta's doing his little.
He's
Hey, but
choking the shit out of John Cena. John Cena's like, help me, dog. What the fuck we got going on?
it's like fucking Jeff Hardy when fucking his brother was fucking
You know, you
getting
gotta get the
recently. He's
4
coming out.
pumps in. Yeah, you
He's
gotta get
doing
his
the.
4 to 8 pumps in before you get down the room. You done air hump the
But
hell out the air, boy.
I mean, I don't like what I like Seth, but I don't like that storyline. It looks like he's becoming what he hates. Like
Exactly. That's the
he,
long-term story.
he
Like,
get
that's the obvious line that they're
he got
going.
Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman now has the phone. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You
I
are
My
what
thing
you hate.
I
about
could agree.
my
You
thing
see
If
that
you're
about
not
Hulk with
Seth
a
careful, you
banger.
will
Rollins,
become the very thing you hate the most. And
my
that's what
thing
happened
about
here.
Seth Rollins is that he looks like he's just going to his wife's wardrobe and stealing her clothes, bro.
Hey, it's
You
trendy, bro.
cannot you cannot tell me you a tough guy and you dress like a bitch.
I mean, you won't see me out here in no pumps, but I'm just saying. It's part of the gimmick. He's a
Yeah, it
gimmick.
is.
He's a gimmick.
It's
He's a gimmick.
we can't forget. It's a show. We got to
It's a show.
entertain. It
Yeah.
has to be there at
Like,
the end
you
of the
try to
day.
run
You
up
know
on the
what I mean?
Undertaker and call
That's
him a
my
bitch because he
thing.
wear a cape. Okay. See how that go for you.
It's
Who do you think?
entertainment at the end of the day.
Who do you think
dog.
Cena's gonna drop the title to? I really hope it's not Cody, but that's probably who it's gonna be, right?
Seth Rollins.
Probably Cody. I don't want it to be Cody, but it'll probably be Cody. If I had a wrestler that he'd drop it to, I want him to drop it to Damian Priest, but that's just me. So, I don't like how they forgot about Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Brock
They gave
Lesnar.
him a little
Fucking
title and whatnot.
Roman needs a title shot. He never got his rematch. Cody never got his rematch.
Who won the Money in the Bank?
Seth.
So, all
Seth,
right,
yeah.
so hear me out. Hear me out. CM Punk versus John Cena. CM
That
Punk
already
is gonna-
happened.
I know, but I'm saying it's going to be something like that, you know, a similar situation. Seth cashes it in, finds a way to screw CM Punk out of a title match again or some way, somehow. And
Mhm.
he's the one that ends up winning it.
You know who I
Do you
think
think-
gonna beat him?
Who?
Mr. Iguana.
Mr. Iguana! Hey, I can't wait for him to make a main roster debut. I don't even care if he just pops on NXT. I'm tuning in immediately.
His intro's crazy, dude. If he when he kicks
I
the
watched
iguana and it
I
lands
watched the
here,
Triple
that's
A pay-per-view.
He's trying to make you mad, Brian. He's trying to make you mad with this question.
Boy, we'll beat you up. So now, we'll talk to you nicely. We'll talk to you nicely. Don't do that. Come on now. Come on now.
We all know it's scripted, but
Yeah, we
My
all know
favorite
it's
segment of all time is going to be that custody match between Eddie and Rey Mysterio.
Ooh.
did you know they originally wanted to hang him in
Yeah, they
between
wanted
like
to hang him.
Okay.
Yeah, they want to hang that little nigga up there, and they ended up hanging him as a grown adult. But
that dude. He's a 20-year veteran, and
yeah,
he
he's a
doesn't
20-year
lose.
vet.
Look at his roster's crazy, yo.
Yo, fuck all that.
Dominic's the real.
Dom,
champ.
he low key made
His-
me the
I
one
wish
to carry
I
the
wish I could
company
have
next.
his job.
Boy.
He is making Eddie proud, bro.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. I would agree with people that be like, man, he's Eddie's child for real. But when you know what Rey Mysterio looks without the mask, nah, boy, that's that boy daddy for real. That they just copy and paste onto a 6'3" frame. He
Dude,
looked
and he
just like
doesn't
Rey
lose.
Mysterio.
He doesn't lose. Everybody pulls. Even when Tiffany and Liv were beefing, she was like,
Man,
"If I win, does he come with me too?"
now you feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm
Dude,
saying?
if he goes to
You feel what I'm
SmackDown, he
saying?
gets up at like, dude, good for
I think
Dom, man.
he's. I think he's. I think when he does turn a baby face, it's gonna be a big fucking baby face. He's gonna be a huge baby face, even though he's killing it as a
What do
heel.
you guys think
But
of
they're starting
Goldberg
to
just popping up last week?
Man, they need to keep his old ass in the goddamn retirement home. He gonna pull a hand me getting in the ring. I don't like
I hope
it.
the
I don't
fucking
like him.
Gunther. I hope
I
Gunther
hope
beats him.
Gunther just destroys him, but we all know it's gonna be a 7-minute match. It's
We'll see
gonna
a
be
spear and
we're
a
gonna see a
jackhammer.
spear jackhammer break out of it. He's not gonna win the match. We know that. If he wins the match,
That's
I wouldn't
crazy.
even I don't even know how to digest that for real.
Maybe
You know
two
what
You
I
know
times
mean?
this
who?
year they fucking screw Gunther out of the title.
And
You know
Gunther's
who
been
would be making a killing right now if Vince McMahon was still around?
man, fuck him.
Fucking
Oh,
JBL.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
JBL storyline
Boy.
right now with all the
He's
problems.
diabolical when Triple A, the
Man,
promo that he's cutting down there, dude.
man, I love
Yo.
Triple A. Hey, I love that boy John Bradshaw Layfield. That boy right there. I hated him as a kid so much. I wanted to
That's
catch
how I
the fade
discovered
with him so much.
racism.
Man, when he did that promo when he was outside, but he said he was on the border and he kicked old buddy in the butt, and you said, "You tell your family, you tell your
You
mother,
tell
you
your family, tell your family, get out of here.
that John
Tell
Bradshaw
JBL's waiting.
Layfield." And he just looks in the distance. I said, "This nigga here."
Bro, it was wild, dude. They used to do that segment and then like commercial break and then
Yeah.
Mexico's coming out next. Rather fucking lawnmower. It was crazy time.
Yo, instead of John Deere, it said Juan Deere.
Juan
It
Deere.
literally said Juan Deere on the side. Yo, and then you had the yo, it's the prime time. Brooklyn. And then you get JTG, you get Shaq out there. They bandanaed up. One buddy got a damn
Fucking
his
steal
pants leg
George
is
Bush's
tied. It's crazy.
steals
Dog.
George Bush's fucking wallet.
Man, they stole
Yeah.
the
Thank you,
horns
bro,
off
for
the
joining.
other shit. Yeah, we're going down the rabbit hole.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure having you on.
Yeah. On
Anyways,
that
keep going,
note,
fellas. Y'all can keep going. I'm probably gonna
that
hop off
note,
here soon. Y'all can keep going if y'all
yeah.
want. I'll keep it running, but y'all can keep going.
I was about to say I gotta take my dog out too.
Yeah.
I works out. I gotta take a shit. It works out.
Yeah. Y'all want to
Well,
add anything? Anything you want to say before we actually wrap it up?
Make sure you get your tickets if you're going to the game here soon because they will shoot up because of the giveaway. Get your straw hat. It could be at the tailgate if you're a hooligan. Pull up. If you're not, pull up. I think we're gonna have probably some food, slushies and ices by I think it's called Kona
Kona.
Ice.
Kona
Kona.
Ice.
oh yeah, Kona Ice.
Um,
I'm gonna have to give me a little bit.
it's been a long time coming. I'm ready to be back with the fellas. Nate,
Oh yeah,
I'll see you
pull
there.
up.
Kenny, see you there.
I'll be there.
Thank you if you were in the chat. We appreciate you. Be great. Be grateful. Aquí estamos, no nos vamos. Remember, wipe from front to back. Baby powder helps during this time of year.
Back to front if you're nasty. Oh, and with me, bro, I'll be at the game. If y'all see me out there, I'm gonna be doing some stuff with backyard footy, trying to talk to the fans and whatnot and get some reactions. So I'm definitely gonna have to, talk to the two boys at the Yeti clan, get a little exclusive from y'all too. And Nate, I want you to be there, brother.
Not making any promises, but
Okay. Anything you want to add, Nate?
yeah, people, we're starting to get sweaty. Make sure you put on some deodorant. We can't have that thing smelling all musty.
Ooh.
All right.
All I want to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Tony.
thank you for tuning in.
Keep that stick on you.
Hopefully, we'll see y'all on Saturday. Hopefully, we get the dub. Aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Let's go.